Now, that was I know you asked what was your best part, but just everybody, every weapon they had, even the guys that, are not on the marquee, the normal, Ayuk, Debo, and Kittle, but Jennings to stay ready. I mean, Brock Purdy was spreading that ball around. Let me give you a fun fact about Brock, Steiny.
Give it to me.
So he's had 4 games with at least 3 touchdowns and a passer rating of 140 or more, 140 plus. Only 2 guys have ever done that. Can you name them? I'll give you 3 seconds so we can keep going.
Joe Montana.
Tom Brady in 2007.
Okay.
I love it. And Aaron Rodgers in 2011.
There you go.
And Brock is not on no campaign because it's about wins, about being MVP, but the stuff he's doing is just what it is. It's like the file's growing, and the numbers and what he's doing on the field is making him an MVP candidate. And we talked about it Friday, and I was thinking, Goo, you getting ahead of yourself. But Steiny, your man ends up with 4 touchdowns after a slow pedestrian start by the offense early. And I just don't know. 888-957-9570, where is the Niner weakness? I get the hell. Forget the hell. If they're fully loaded, Matt, where is their weak? How do you attack them?
It's a good question. 888-957-9570 is the number from the 707 Comcast Business Text Line. Guys, how about the way the 49ers brought the pain to Hurts? Philly gets Greenlaw ejected, and then Greenlaw's backup Burks brings the
he hurt. I think he was in on that. Well, it was the headshot to send him out.
Come on. The Eagles did not get Greenlaw ejected.
Big Dom did.
Come on.
Big Dom. Yeah, I don't like him.
Let's go to Pat. Pat's in Foster City.
Patty.
What's up, Pat? How you doing, man?
Hey, good. Enjoyed the game Sunday. It was a great weekend that way. But, I always look forward, and, we win this one and got to move forward and where are we going? And, I guess as excited as I was a little disappointed, I have to say, with the Niners' defensive line against the offensive line of Philadelphia. I mean, admittedly, Philadelphia probably has the best offensive line in football. But, if you watch the game, we didn't put much pressure on the quarterback at all. I mean, these guys were like fighting, and Bosa was never getting off his block. And none of the other guys were either much. I mean, they had maybe 1 sack or whatever, but the quarterback had all day to throw. So I guess it concerns me a little bit about the pass rush. It gets all the credit to the defensive back and the linebackers for covering the way they did. But I didn't see much pressure there. And when they, Philadelphia's good. Baltimore's got a fantastic offensive line, and they kind of concern me. But I just wondered what your guys' take was, because I just felt like the quarterback had pretty much all day to stand back there and do what he wanted.
Well, how much of that do you think?
Banged up.
I hear you, but how much of that do you think is by design? They wanted to contain Hurts, and that they did. He was a little reluctant to run, but they got to him 3 times. But as far as the Eagle running game, which is a great running game, they only averaged 2.6 yards on the ground. So, Steiny, I ain't mad at the caller, but you can't have it all. And they kept what I deem Jalen Hurts bottled up. And I just wonder, we see so many times when you got a mobile quarterback, you just come crashing down and he takes off. Was that by design to make Jalen Hurts beat him? But you feel how you feel, but only 46 yards on the ground to the Eagles as a whole and 2.6 average yards per attempt and 3 sacks.
Yeah, I don't know if it was one hand leading to the other hand, but I feel like the Eagles almost just wanted to contain Hurts rather than put so much pressure on him it would force him to run. But I also think he was reluctant to run. I don't know why he was reluctant to run, other than he didn't feel like he had a lot of room.
Yeah.
So if he didn't, usually when you don't have a lot of room, it's when they just want to contain you rather than they're pursuing you. It almost felt like they had like they were playing a little zone almost, and just making sure that he wasn't going to make big plays on them. Steiny, the teams that beat the Niners weren't fully loaded. Not sure what you mean there.
I'm thinking he's saying the Niners, when they lost, weren't healthy. The 3 losses. Debo, Trent went out early against Cleveland, Minnie, and Cincy.
888-957-9570 is the number. And the 49ers, 42-19. Thumping. It was a thumping is what it was. Mark's in Vegas. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Let's go to Juan in Richmond. Juan in Richmond. Hey, Juan, how you doing, man?
Hey, good, man. How you guys doing,
Talk to us.
All right, yeah, man. So, I'm just really excited. Take that Philly. You're a bunch of wannabe gangsters, talking all that trash. Now we'll see what's up. We're going to see them down the road, and we're going to show them what's what. But as far as those 49ers' weakness, one guy who hasn't been really tested in that fire, who's been kind of shaky, is, I think, Jake Moody. So, hopefully he comes through it. I know it's a lot of head games, but, I'm just wondering about him. So, but other than that, 49ers look solid, kick some ass, and then just, shut up those Philly fans. And the over-under for Dom getting fired is probably within the 24 hours.
Oh, he'll have a statue.
What did he do? I mean, did he do something wrong?
No, they love him for what he did.
Yeah, I don't care about the Philadelphia fans. I care about the Niner fans. Did they think this guy did something wrong?
Yeah, he got into it, overstepped his bounds.
Well, I thought he was just trying to get in the middle.
Well, he did that all right. Keep your hands to yourself, though, Steiny. That's what he didn't do. What about the caller, Jake Moody? The 6 touchdown drives, 42 points. They didn't need him. He got work out on the extra points. They didn't need him.
925 from the Comcast Business text line. So you're telling me that the Niners are guaranteed to be fully loaded and healthy come playoff time? I don't know.
Well, that's the goal.
I'm not sure. How do we know that?
No, we don't. But the goal is when you're full strength, you're a problem. You're a beast. That's what that is.
No, I agree with the ejection. But I just thought he's, you know what?
Well, I've never seen that in a football game.
Well, I've seen security overstep their bounds a lot. That's what security guys do a lot of times. And I don't know why he was over there. I don't know what he was doing. He
got like Taylor Swift's bodyguard.
He got ejected.
Who was he protecting?
What more do you want?
Yeah, that's what I didn't understand. Why was he that close?
I just wonder why, like, it
Big
was
dumb. Huh?
I just wonder why it was such a big deal. Like, he kind of stepped in and.
Well, the game stopped.
Right.
One of the best players on the Niners.
But he got ejected.
But
the guy got ejected.
But there was two parts to that. One of the
best players
on the Niners got ejected.
Do 49er fans feel like Greenlaw should not have been ejected? Is that what?
I'm one of them.
Okay.
Yeah. I
don't know how many people feel like he shouldn't have been ejected, but they were angry that DiSandro was so close to a play on the field in which he had no involvement in. Like, and then the 1-for-1 ejection is not really 1-for-1 when a player leaves and a guy who doesn't actually play the game.
Well, I'll tell you this. I think that had Greenlaw not roughed or
15-yard
suplex, suplexed Smith, then he probably just would have gotten an unsportsmanlike for the altercation with the security guard. I feel like he got the 15 unsportsmanlike.
Threw a punch.
And then he threw a punch. So it was like two things.
Well, yeah, no, I don't think anybody was excusing Greenlaw's actions for picking up and body slamming Devontae Smith. Like, that was uncalled for. And he's also had a history of picking up unnecessary roughness penalties. But the fact that there was a head of security that tried to jump in the middle of two players,
and put his hand
that's the
down
referee's job.
Well, that's my question. Like, what is he doing over there, and what are his
I don't think
obligations and responsibilities?
I don't know.
Like, what are the situations where he's supposed to interject himself, and what are the situations where he's not supposed to interject himself? Like, I got to feel like if there's a brawl between the teams, they would want him to do something, but I don't know. I'm with you. I don't know what he was doing over there anyway, or what he was trying to do.
Watching the game.
What's he supposed to do? What's his role professionally?
Well, that wasn't it.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Also, guys, there's a little bit of an update from Jordan Schultz. Darius Leonard, or Shaq Leonard, middle linebacker, is signing with the Philadelphia Eagles. So they were getting their linebackers obliterated and lit up yesterday. Man. They pick up a pretty good one here today.
F. Gerald M. Come on, Steiny. The Eagles hired an expendable outsider to taunt the other team's player to get them thrown out.
Like that helped Philadelphia, like bye-bye security, Big Dom, but you got Greenlaw out of there. Let's go.
Well, I mean,
that's why if I'm a Niner fan, I'm pissed off. Like that trade-off ain't fair.
Well, the Niners, I'm sure, have a security guy that
does his job and mind his business.
Yeah. Let's go to Mark in Vegas. Hey, Mark, what's going on, man?
Good. My thing is, I think we just said what I was going to say. Greenlaw is the weakest link out of the linebackers because what you guys just explained is that he does get ejected a lot out of the games, or he is overly aggressive with the other players when he's making his tackles. Now, as far as deal with what issue was there is that what happened, it seemed like he was the Don or whatever that guy was. He was trying to say something about the way he tackled. This is what the commentator was saying yesterday. But him not playing in the game, and that's why I call him the weakest link, is that's where the Niners seem to always where the Niners show that that's the weaker part of the team.
Well, he's one of their best players, Donnie, because it hasn't bit him in the ass yet. And he's gotten away with a few questionable, but that's not a foul. But damn, that trade-off, you asked, Steiny, why are Niner fans mad? I mean, that took him out the game. You want to call it he took the bait or what have you. I've never seen that, but it didn't affect the Niner defense still being stout, and they continued to stop and dominate Philly after that, offensively and defensively. They didn't skip a beat.
415, do the Niners have a security guard right next to Shanahan during the game? Probably. I mean, that's all. They all have the same type of.
That's why this was so weird.
Yeah, I don't know what the guy. I don't know what the guy was doing.
I don't think he'll be that close anymore, Steiny.